Alright, attempt number 2. Thank you, dog, for breaking apart my mic and making me accidentally click end stream. Ah well. Let's try this again. Alright. So yeah, we're back here in the cross-examination. Let's just start from the beginning.
Hold it!
So does that mean you entered people's houses in order to empty their gas meters?
That I do. Not to try to catch people when they're in. Then I ask permission to come inside and do my business.
Does that mean you've been into Mr. Natsume's room before, as well as that of Mr. Shakespeare's? That's right, we're trying to prove that Mr. Shakespeare is a shady person that does not pay for his gas bills.
Well, now, interesting you should bring that up. Cause I couldn't believe how little money was in his meter. I mean, how the pair of them survived the winter beyond me, it really is.
Right, Mr. Natsume. He probably spends all his gas money on books. And then when he's finished reading them, he probably burns them from warmth. You will kindly reiterate your statement about the gas meters themselves, Mr. Mewman.
Now rest assured, but as you wish.
Oh, okay, we're back to this. Alright.
Hold it!
So all London houses that have gas supply are fitted with these gas meters, are they? The latest model of high technology developed by a company Optimum Gas. Anyone who uses all gas will have one of these meters in their property, yes? So if a 3p coin gives 2 hours of gas, most people would use about 3 coins in a night.
A bit more than that usually. They have both gas lights and a gas stove, that is.
Oh, hold on, I forgot to turn on the freaking bot. Oh, why do I always forget the stupidest things? That is RetroArch. Alright, well, I guess while that's loading, I can just do this. Think about it, so Seki-san doesn't have a fireplace in the room of his, does he? Some people still choose candles, of course, and only have gas for heating. Shut up. Stupid computer. Ah, yes, I do remember seeing candles in Mr. Natsume's room, actually. And how's the money in the meter get back to you at the gas company?
Every 3 days, gasmen let me use properties under gas supply and empty their meters of coins.
Okay, I think the bot should be on now. Let me just check. By there we go.
Fuck! God damn it, man! Fuck! Game sucks, man! This game fucking sucks, man! Fuck! I can't catch the fucking break! God, people need to go play Winston, for fuck's sake!
Never gets old. I must say, the design and manufacture of the new meter cost the company an awful lot of money. But happily, it did put a stop to people not paying their dues, for the most part. Because they have to pay in advance, you mean? Yes, exactly right.
Hold it!
Out of interest, how long has this been going on?
Weeks and weeks, he's been pinching gas off us for ages.
And you've examined the meter in Mr. Shakespeare's room, I take it. Naturally, we took it off the wall and went over with it with a fine-tooth comb. We ain't found... I found nothing suspicious at all, I presume. No, afraid we didn't. Just exactly why I demanded the type of meter to be produced. One with an indestructible lock. The Shakespeare special. Sounds like it would have cost an awful lot of 3 penny pieces. Speaking of all that, the rascal's meter was still empty.
I'll never forget the humiliation. We opened up the money box and found a pair. Yo, what? I said. Yo, what? And the look on his face, that smiley smile of his. I pulled the meter straight out the wall and took it back to the office. But you know what? Nothing. Not a single sign. And what's happened on my salary is down by 3 cents a day, that's what.
A life-threatening situation in a number of ways. Well, he's in a life-threatening situation if he keeps choking himself. Incidentally, what became of that meter?
Nothing became right. I still got it.
Oh?
Right here.
Oh, okay. No wonder they call you Meterman. I think it would be prudent for the court to sequester this item while the trial is ongoing. Okay, thank you. Definitely. Although at first glance, there doesn't appear to be anything unusual about it. Let's move this along, shall we? Continue with your testimony. Though I would say it has as much value as the contents of that meter.
Yes.
Huh. Okay, well, let's first look at this gas meter. No wonder why they saved it until now to give it to us. Okay, let's see here. There's a lock. It's a very sturdy looking padlock, isn't it?
The money box is sealed with beeswax too.
Freaking beeswax. So if Mr. Sholmes were to get up to any mischief, he'd be found out immediately.
Mr. Naruto, mischief of that kind is not the sort of thing that Mr. Sholmes would.
You know you didn't finish that sentence, don't you?
Well, anyway, it's understandable that the gas company would want to safeguard the money that's rightfully theirs.
But it does feel a little over the top, perhaps, doesn't it? Maybe look inside it. Like anything special inside these? No. I wonder what that button is for. Anything on the back? Oh. Uh-oh. What the heck is this? Oh, what's...
If possibly, Mr. Naruto.
Just here. There's a little hole. Do you see?
Goodness, you're right. I wouldn't have noticed.
It's not a very neat hole, is it? Not professionally made, I'd say.
So you think it might have been opened up by Mr. Shakespeare?
Possibly. Seems that people at Altamont Gas must have missed it.
It certainly seems to go all the way through to the inside.
Yes, there's no way a coin could fit through there.
That's true. Even so, this is more than a little suspicious.
Got the tiny hole. Alright. Is that it over here? Looks like it. Can I examine this? No. Can't examine. Okay. That's the coin slot. Okay, that's it. Alright, well. Maybe it doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though. Oh, well, duh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do this. Lady Altamont, I'm afraid to say that this meter clearly does show signs of having been tampered with.
What?
Get away! I've been over and over that thing. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with it.
In that case, what do you have to say about the small hole that's been made at the base of this coin box?
Hole? What?
You're right. You're quite right. There's a little hole there. The meters aren't supposed to have that. None of the others do.
In other words, we can assume that Mr. Shakespeare secretly opened up this hole himself.
Yes, I wouldn't be at all surprised. But why?
Yeah, why? I mean, it's tiny. You couldn't get a fire and do that.
Lady Altamont. I wonder if you can give the court some more details about your meter design.
What sort of details?
Well, what I'd specifically like to know is how it's dismantled, how it differentiates coins. Huh. How it differentiates coins? Does he like put some sort of thin? Does he put some sort of like coin substitute through the slot and get it out of the base to the hole? Something that can actually go through the coin slot but activate the machine, but still fit through that hole? I'd like to know this. How does the meter tell the difference between different coins?
What do you mean?
Well, for example, if someone were to put one penny coin, that wouldn't work, presumably, would it?
No, of course not.
So, well, how does the meter know that the coin it's been fed is a threepenny bit?
I see what you're getting at now. The meter tells coins apart by their shape and size, which includes their thickness. A threepenny bit is about 3/4 of an inch in diameter, you see. Other coins just won't fit.
I see. It's clearly been very well thought out. The witness will amend her formal testimony with that information in case it is pertinent.
As you wish, my lord.
Oh, we're back to this then.
The meter is designed for coins the exact diameter and thickness of a threepenny bit. Nothing else will fit.
Hold it!
But conversely then, it would seem that anything matching a 3-pence coin exactly in terms of diameter and thickness could equally well be used. Would that be true?
Well, yes, in a way. When it comes into it, to a certain extent as well.
We've done that door anyway. If I find any fake coins inside the coin box, I empty the meter. Contract says the customer has to pay 100 times the amount they deal with a fine.
Oh gosh.
We live in the moments like that, as Desmond do. Live for the
It seems the gas company has thought of everything.
I forgot Altamont on the way.
It's quite enough for that.
She's poking him. He's not even flinching. Remind me. How big are threepenny bits?
About 3/4 of an inch across.
What do you think, Mr. Naruto? Is this 2 centimeters measurement significant? Or perhaps there's some other aspects of the meter's construction that we should be focusing on? Yes, you may be right. I should try a different tack here. Like, ask me about whether the meter can be dismantled, for example. Okay, so this is just my way of swapping the two. I'm gonna leave it for now. Just to see if I can find something. Let's return to the testimony.
Of course, my lord. As I was saying, Altamont meters are unsurpassed. They can't be manipulated.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can find any sort of thing in here that's. Wait a minute. There was this thing in the soap bar. It's gone now. Cheap bar of soap is. We don't have that reddish medallion. Well, what could that medallion have been? Like a gum wrapper or something? I don't know what's the exact diameter of this is. That does look like it's coin diameter. I'm gonna try it. No? Fine. Lord, clear the grounds for being suspicious on the last day. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but I fail to see why. Oh, you know, I was just being an idiot. Or maybe I just need to examine the bar of soap again. Let me try. I did see I could examine it a second time. Let me just see here. This bar of soap. Look at a person on the side. Did I? Oh, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, yeah, I did need to. Okay. Do you think? We didn't find this soap at the scene, didn't we? Yes, there were 2 bars on the little ledge just outside the window. So we took this one. I'm sure that this was when we first found it. There was some sort of red medallion in the middle there. Very clearly. Yeah, but there's no sign of it now. Where could it have gone? Yeah, it's just an incident of not examining the piece of evidence. Even though I had already examined this.
Objection.
That's still like a big complaint I have about the games. But I can't fix that. But I think I'm getting used to it now. Let me just confirm something here. If the diameter and thickness were to be correct, the meter would accept any object as if it were a threepenny bit. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, by something of a coincidence, while we were investigating Mr. Shakespeare's room, we found a particular item that matched the dimensions perfectly.
So they're the same size as the threepenny bit? The threepenny bit? What was it?
The item in question is this.
I haven't been telling us that's a bar of soap.
It certainly looks nothing like a threepenny bit, I must say.
Looks like I'm going to point exactly what I mean. Idiot. What's so important on the soap is this part here, you
Got
idiots.
it.
You have to turn this over the soap to see what I mean.
Huh? Are you referring to that round depression in the middle of the soap there?
That's right. The depression of that. The depression is approximately 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Or in other words, almost exactly the same size as a threepenny bit.
Get away!
Does anyone here present have in their possession a threepenny bit? Quickly now, hand over your coins, ladies and gentlemen.
It sounds rather like a highway robbery, doesn't it?
Thanks to a kind member of the public in the gallery, I have here a threepenny bit. Now to see if it fits. My word, it couldn't be more snug. Yes, as I suspected. This, without a doubt, is a vital clue to explain how the Altamont Gas Company is being defrauded.
Well, I don't believe it.
And there goes his grape juice. So, your assertion amounts to what? That some inferior bar soap has a tentative connection to the theft of gas? Yes. The depression in the soap was clearly made by a threepenny bit. Let's concur at least that pushing a coin with some force into a poor quality bar of soap such as this is a remarkably simple way of replicating the coin's shape.
And then you can use some smells of wax or something to pour into the mold. You make fake coins in no time.
What is this, Yakuza 7? This brings all the pieces of the puzzle together. It's the method Mr. Shakespeare has been using to steal the gas. That's the missing link. Now, if I follow the chain of thought, it's going to bring me to a new explanation for what happened that nobody's considered yet.
Well, this is all nonsense. The man had been making fake coins. By working, I would have found him when he emptied the meter.
Quite true, Lady Altamont. The absence of some black magic make them disappear. I see. That's what we're dealing with, is it? It is one form of black magic that can cause the fake coins to disappear into thin air, yes. Exactly. And the meter here gives it away.
What on earth?
There are remnants of the magical method used visible on the gas meter to take it from the victim's room. That is your assertion, Counsel. The defensible item has the remnants of the court. We just talked about this! I'm not even gonna read that statement because I know exactly what I'm gonna have to point out here.
Got it!
Found this bar soap at the scene of the crime, just as outside the victim's window.
Outside.
Yes, outside, where you yourself, Mr. Meterman, were loitering in the freezing winter air. That's where we found this soap.
Ah, get.
That's right. The answer, of course, is ice. Did you just say ice? Mr. Shakespeare has been leaving soaps like this outside his window each evening filled with water. After a night outside in the bitter cold, the water is completely frozen solid the next morning. Then he takes his fake coins of ice and feeds them into the gas meter, giving him light and warmth in spades. And his room becomes very comfortably warm. The ice now inside the meter's coin box melts, turning back into water, and draining harmlessly away through a small hole made in the underside of the meter. That is how, without leaving any evidence of his wrongdoing, this man has been stealing Altamont gas.
Just like that. So simply. Is he trying to make us look like idiots? He's been fooling us with some bars of soap and some water.
That's right, madame.
I don't believe it. It can't be true. Do you have any idea how much money was spent developing a new meter? Now you have the audacity to suggest that a bit of soap and some water can render it totally useless.
I'm fairly sure I didn't design it.
Evidence!
Sorry.
I want evidence! If you're going to stand there and tell me our meters are rubbish, I want to see proof! She's very good at enforcing accountability, isn't she?
Very well, Lady Altamont. If you would like evidence, I'll provide it.
What? Mr. Naruto, are you saying you do actually have evidence to support this theory?
I did notice a trace of something that bothered me a little at the time. And I have a feeling that this theory we've come up with now could explain it. A piece of evidence that substantiates the theory about how Mr. Shakespeare has been stealing gases. The picture? Because there's like a giant wet spot. I guess I originally thought that was gas. Like the gas was leaking, but that could very well be water.
Take that!
This is a photograph of the scene. Look at this graph! At the point where the victim was discovered, taken by Inspector Gregson. And it clearly shows that the remnants of the crime carried out by Mr. Shakespeare. What remnants? Here you can see the gas meter on the wall in Mr. Shakespeare's room. Now, look closely at the floorboards directly underneath the meter.
What is that? Some kind of grubby stain?
Almost certainly, it's a water stain resulting from the liquid that drained out of the hole made in the meter. Yeah, he was too careless enough to not cover that up.
Ah!
If one coin gives about 2 hours of gas usage, and the occupant was heating his room in all his waking hours, we can imagine he would have used around 10 of his fake coins each day. The melting ice inside the meter's coin box would have been dripping out almost constantly, leaving a stain on the floor.
This is awful!
There's further evidence too. Mr. Shakespeare is slumping over his table, apparently having consumed strike 9. It took a while for me to remember that pun. And right there next to him is a bar of soap, broken in half. You're alright! It would appear to me then, Counsel, that the man was eating the soap, was he?
Pardon me for disagreeing with you, Lord Leadership, but certainly not.
He didn't beat her in the bush there, did he? In truth, Mr. Shakespeare was found with a fork in his hand. Amelia's soap is...
Did you mean to say he was using that fork too?
Yes. To extract the frozen coin from the bar of soap. Ah! But the bar broke in half. So perhaps it didn't go very well. Good gracious. Buy a bottle. Lord on Zeeks.
I was throwing my hand up in despair and happened to catch my hollow bottle on the way. Pray forgive my maladroit mistake.
What is the meaning of this, Counsel?
Allow me to pose my learned friend a question. What exactly did you establish with your most recent cross-examination?
Well... that Mr. William Shakespeare is a liar and a thief. In other words, that his testimony is unreliable. That's it. That's exactly it.
Very well. Let us assume the man is a liar. Now, allow me to pose another question. What possible difference does that make?
Well...
we know that suicide can be discounted. Scotland Yard's investigation revealed no sign of another vessel that contained the poison. And on the ninth question, there are no visitors to the room except the accused. The young gasman's testimony, which we have no reason to doubt, has confirmed that. Furthermore, the only possible way the poison could have entered the victim's body is via the tea. The court has seen no evidence whatsoever that suggests otherwise. Even if William Shakespeare is the liar you claim him to be, these facts have been objectively established. There's no escaping it.
Ah!
Therefore, in light of these facts, the prosecution calls for immediate adjudication.
You... What? Man, he turned that around. He turned that around instantly. Order, order! Well, Counsel, how does the defense respond? Mr. Naruto! What was the point of that last cross-examination? Did it actually get us anywhere? Or did it make no difference at all, like Lord Von Zinks is saying? I only have 2 HP. Why do I have this 5th one? Oh, that's right. That's like this. This one was from the This one was from that failed stream because of the internet. I don't actually know how to delete files in this game, so raise an objection. No, this isn't over. The defense will not rest.
What?
But Counsel, you successfully explained everything. You've identified and substantiated the unscrupulous method employed by Mr. Shakespeare to consume gas. What more is there to discuss? Lord Vazix just highlighted 3 facts in order to make his point. But contrary to what he would have the court to believe, none of them have been objectively established at all.
What are you trying to say, my Nipponese friend?
At least one of those so-called facts is an assumption made due to a lack of evidence. Wait, what? But the situation has changed now, following the cross-examination cross-examination of the latest witnesses to take the stand. Oh, he flinched there. We might be onto something. Don't be absurd. What is this nonsense? Yes. When you bring everything we've learned so far together and consider it as a whole, it's clear it is a question that we now need to reconsider. Namely, someone else was responsible. Was there another visitor? Was poison in the tea? Well, I kind of figured someone else is responsible, but I'm not sure if we could prove that. Was poison in the tea? Was it? So let's. Another visitor. The door was locked. The door was quite clearly locked. If he drank the tea with the poison in it before, then yeah, well, we're making the assumption that he drank the tea with the poison in it, which is slow acting. Natsumi left, and then Shakespeare went on his own. He was getting cold, so he had to use his frozen coins to start up the gas. But wait, hold on. He succumbed to the poison when he was cutting into the bar of soap to get one of the coins. So we're not questioning this poison in tea, because he obviously fell victim to that. What I want to know is if he succumbed to the poison when he was cutting apart one of the bars of soap. How did the coin enter the meter? Someone else must have put it in there. But this, hold on, let me just look at this picture here. Oh, I can't tell if there's like a water stain over here. I don't remember like the actual scene of the crime. Yeah, this brick was removable. Yeah, this one in particular. No one else could have entered the room because this is barred off, except for this one brick, and the door was locked. Yeah, did he freeze? No, I didn't have to. No, that's dumb. That's the receipt. Where is it? I wanted to look at was it the medical report? Yeah. Just in a small quantity of strike 9 toxic. We have clear evidence that he's drank the poison. 30 minutes after ingestion, high likelihood of the substance having mixed with the tea. Specify the victim's pocket watch that appeared to be broken. The man collapsed after the delay of onset symptoms. Never found a container. It's one of these first two. There's no question that there was. Well, hold on. The way this is worded, was there poison in the tea? What else could he have drank that would have poisoned him? Huh. I need to think about that for a minute. No, I don't. We didn't see any sign of other liquids, right? It was just the tea. Which I still think this has to do with, like, left-handedness to right-handedness. What is... I mean, we never did find out what's with this torn-off piece of envelope. Hold on. No, we would see like some sort of wet stain if the poison was in there, unless it was a powder. Well, if it was a powder, then it would have to go into the tea. So yeah, that's a moot point. So yeah, I think we can eliminate this last one. Was there another visitor? Was someone else responsible? I don't think there was a possibility for another visitor. I'm gonna have to say this. Was someone else responsible? Because the door was locked. You can't get into the window. I'm gonna go with this one. What if it was somebody else entirely who poisoned the victim? If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was. Yes, well, who is this mysterious third-party counsel? I think I'm wrong. I think it's a little too soon to be naming names, my lord. On the contrary, it's a little too late, much like your defense. Ah! Got 1 HP now. Shown so much. The situation has changed, I'm sure of it. Mr. Shakespeare was trying to make more ice coins on the night in question. I really feel like that's the clue clear here. That it's pointing us to something, towards something else. Alright. He's making more ice coins. Well, I had to try that. Yeah, maybe it's just my original theory. Like, somebody had to put the ice coins in the machine. I'm gonna have to try this. What if the victim did in fact have another visitor besides Mr. Natsume? If that's your assertion, by all means, tell us who it was. Yes, well, I just died. So, what? The poison in the tea? Thank you, Count of the O2, I've seen enough. According to the powers vested by me, Her Majesty the Queen, I declare no further examination necessary. I believe the court has been presented with more than enough evidence to pass judgment. I some request of the final decision of the jury. I am ready. Oh no. We're dead. We are dead.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
And suddenly she's back on the desk. On the juror's side. We are guilty. Alright, well. Zablam. Resume a save game. This is how I like to play. This is how raise an objection, blah blah blah. I gotta skip through all this. So how maybe it was like my original. He must have. The poison must have had to come from somewhere else. The only thing I could think of is that he ate one of the coins that had poison in it. Why would he do that? We've all been led to believe that this Strike 9 poison that afflicted Mr. Shakespeare was in the tea brought to him by Mr. Natsume, but that's conjecture at best.
Objection!
The victim has testified that nothing else passed his lips that night. There is no other possibility. And since there is no trace of the tea left in the scene, it can't be tested for the traces of the poison.
Objection!
As I said, the situation has changed. Because in fact, some of Mr. Natsume's tea was left at the scene. And a particular piece of evidence proves it.
Objection!
What?
The ludicrous came. Scotland Yard detectives investigated the scene exhaustively. What evidence are you suggesting they missed?
The defense has made a bold claim indeed. Very well, counsel. Present your proof. Oh gosh. What evidence for the scene of the crime? Tell us about the nature of the defendant's tea. What? Wait, did he use the tea to create coins? Okay. That's interesting.
Take that!
I'm gonna try it. What exactly is this piece of evidence supposed to reveal about Mr. Natsume's tea council? Well, I suspect it may possibly be related to... Oh, gosh. Be related to the team in some way if they dig deep enough?
And you would be digging for a very long time indeed, my new learned friend.
Oh.
Even at the bottom of the deepest chasm. You will find no sense in the absurd assertion.
Seriously? Sometimes I wish I could disappear down a deep chasm of deep sarcasm. Advise you think more deeply before you answer again this time. Wait, what? Hold on. Was that red medallion we found? Okay, maybe it wants me to present the bar as so because we saw the red medallion there. Maybe the red medallion was frozen tea.
Take that!
Good gracious. Oh, I guess this is it. The soap again. Same bar the victim used to fashion his coins of ice. Yes, that's right, my lord. It just came back to me. Something about when we first found this bar of soap at the scene yesterday. Gosh, oop, I didn't mean to push that button. This is crazy. Oh, we flashback and I can skip this. Well, I'm quite certain that when we originally stumbled upon the bars of soap, there was actually a frozen coin in each bar.
So you discovered the gas Dave's coin factory. Fascinating.
In a way, yes, but there's more. The coins we found in the soap at the time weren't normal ice. There was something strange about them, you mean? Exactly. Something very obviously strange. They were red.
The ice was red. No, you mean...
That's right. It's obvious to me now. The fake coins in the soap were made from frozen tea.
Ah!
I would remind the court in the statement made by Mr. Natsume earlier in this trial. Oh gosh. Hi, how's it going? Are you just staring from me on the side? Oh, he did say the tea freezes. Ah yes, I believe there had been a snowfall that day, particularly cold. Sadly, on such occasions, the poorly constructed water mains in the east end are prone to freezing. So not any question, Mr. Shakespeare, having no running water to use, was forced to use the tea brought by Mr. Natsume in order to make his fake coins. My word. There are 2 bars of soap on the window ledge when my judicial assistant and I investigated the scene.
That's right. We only borrowed one of them.
Which means that even as we speak, some of these defendants' tea is still present at the scene of the crime. Frozen solid in a bar of soap. Outside Mr. Shakespeare's window. Extraordinary! Earlier today, Inspector Gregson informed the court that if even 1 drop of the tea remained, Scotland Yard would be analyze it for poison. As such, we are now in position to prove or disprove what has until now been mere conjecture, by finding out for sure whether or not Mr. Natsume's tea actually contains strychnine.
Arr, you smug Nipponese.
My lord, we cannot do the defendant the injustice of passing judgment now. The police should be dispatched to recover the remaining bar of soap from the scene at once, and the defense requires a thorough analysis of the frozen tea embedded in it to determine whether or not it contains any poison. Good job, good job. Bailiff! Bailiff! Instruct the police to attend the scene at once.
Yes, yeah, my lord, understood.
Sorry, I had to try and give him a, well, that was a very poor attempt to try and give him a, what's his name? Damn it, what's his name? Officer Meekin's, voice. Jeez, man. It would seem we have no choice but to suspend these proceedings for the time being. Oh! I trust you have no objection, Lord Von Zeeks?
None, my lord.
Scotland Yard will recover the tea from the scene and carry out their requisite tests immediately. The trial will resume at the same hour tomorrow. Oh, we are going to a second day. Okay. That's good. The prosecution and defense may conduct further investigations as appropriate in the interim. I was going to say, we don't have enough evidence to finish this today. Yes, my lord. Well, we managed to scrape through there somehow. I just had a stroke on that simplest sentence in the world. Thank you, counsel. This court is adjourned until tomorrow. To be continued. Okay, glad I made a save where I did last time, because I was feeling a little bit off because I was feeling a little bit off because of the internet issues, and B, it's already almost an hour into this stream, so that would have, if I continued that last time, it would have gone for a grand total of like 3 hours or something like that. I don't want another 3 to 4 hour stream. At least not this game. All right. Let's continue. We made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while.
Oh, I know. We had a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times.
No, I didn't mean that. Excuse me.
Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense in our hurdle, son. It really was. I was in awe of you.
Oh, thank you.
And now your fervent exploits have wanted some more precious investigation time. Let's see if we can't find some new clues for the court tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that.
Is everything alright?
I suppose. I still can't quite believe it, that's all. This is the first case in these games that actually go 2 days. At least from investigation to trial to investigation to trial. That's the first time. Interesting. That I'm here in England working as a lawyer, in the Old Bailey no less. The the truth is, it should be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma, rest in peace.
It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him.
Yes. I mean, I never had a chance to ask him exactly what, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
You're doing wonderfully, Naruto-san. No doubt Kazuma-sama would do exactly the same if you were in here with us.
Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. Alright, well. It's been a while, so look at his badge!
You've been wearing that ever since we arrived in Great Britain, haven't you?
Well, it's what shows that I'm a lawyer, so it seems appropriate.
I'm not sure that really means so much in this country, though, I'm afraid.
I wouldn't say that. Might not be official, but it looks official. Often when the police stop me, I just show them this and they leave me alone.
You stopped by the police? Often?
You know, I'm a suspicious foreigner, dressed in all black with a sword at my side. Oh, I forgot about the sword!
I do think it's probably the sword that's the main reason. Still, it makes me happy to see you wearing it in the armband.
Yes, I made up my mind that I carry them always. This symbol is of who I am, and the sword Karuma. Alright, well. Today's trial, let's talk about it. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand.
I know.
Not only that, but then finding out that he's actually a bare-faced gas thief as well.
Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Sasaki-san poisoned tea.
Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more than a Shakespeare than we yet know. I'm sure of it.
Mr. Shakespeare certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first.
What's become of him, actually?
I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment.
Which one is that?
Let me see. Ah, yes! He's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it.
We know that place, don't we?
Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken.
Ah, yes. After Sasaki-san stabbed her in the back. Also, it's the same hospital that... Pretty sure it's the same hospital that, Herlock Sholmes goes to when he's shot. But he hasn't been shot yet. I'm gonna need a drink, hold on.
Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruto. He didn't stab anyone.
Perhaps we both owe Sasaki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. So, we know that Sasaki-san took the tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously...
Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea.
But if that's the case, how on earth does the poison get into Mr. Shakespeare's body?
I'm sure I'll find a clue as I see. There must be something in Mr. Shakespeare's room that will help solve the mystery.
Well, naturally, Scott and those detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think.
Definitely. I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar soap.
Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we can ask him about that. Alright, Kazuma's wishes. Kazuma Asuchi, best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after that trial, that crazy idea he came up with. As this, oh, this is flashback. Yeah. A freaking chicken bone on his plate. No, you should have told me back then.
Never heard of son.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma.
Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. He changed the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. That's why he's so desperate. He so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course.
Yes, that's right. But
Yes?
I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought of it, the thought just takes hold of me every now and then. That's all. What his true intentions?
Never heard of son. What do you mean by Kazuma-sama's true intentions?
Sword! I mean this.
His katana?
I never expected to inherit the sword after Kazuma passed away, of course.
No, I know. That's because I asked you to take it.
Sorry, voice crack. Excuse me. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me the courage.
Yes.
Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Back to flashbacks, are we? Why do I have a feeling this sword is going to be like a murder weapon or something? Yeah, geez, now it's swelling up in the base of my stomach. Oh gosh, no. Maybe that's why in the future Ryunosuke can't do law because his sword was a murder weapon. I don't know know what the deal is yet, but I have the feeling the sword is going to be important.
What do you mean by something very important that I have to do?
I'd hope that the answer to the question would be apparent when we arrived here, but as yet, I've not found a single clue.
I see.
Maybe Susato's father knows something. Alright. I'm just reading what she says on the bottom here. Almost Shums and Iris. You haven't been in this place in a while. Okay, so She wants us to go to the prison and the hospital bed. I'm gonna go to show him the suite though. Have we ever seen Iris' side of the room?
Oh, Bruno and Susie! Hooray, you're back!
Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see.
I am! And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie.
Oh, you flatter me.
Well, you could have come at a better time. I just made a pot of tea. I set some cups.
Okay, I need to take a drink again. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? What? Aha, the Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. That was today, wasn't it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I sure think you did. Well, I can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. Really? Well, I'd like to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Von Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Menagro. Wait, there's something between the two of you? Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes? Whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but it's absolutely awful. That's a contradiction. Ah, indeed, that is the sense of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. That is the stench of discovery! Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Oh gosh. What do we have? Oh, well, I need to talk to you about Lord Von Zeeks first. Lord Brack Von Zeeks. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet. Is an interesting sobriquet? I need to look that up. Give me a second. Sobriquet? K? Sobriquet. Yeah, okay, it's sobriquet. Person's nickname. Okay. Well, that makes sense with what he's saying here. It's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper at the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has found for someone's conviction, the person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts. Sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. Vanish from the capital? So, not just... He doesn't, well, at least he doesn't kill him. What? Unless that's... He implying that they vanish from the capital because he kills them? Vanish? How exactly? Yeah, how? By falling under a passing carriage or drowning in the Thames. Okay, so that does involve killing. Huh. Also coming to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue being set upon by highwaymen. There are numerous rounds once found terminus. The once found terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit, for the time being at least. It's not overly reassuring. Well, we know he does at least survive. At least until a future case with Susada, the first case of this game. the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mrs. Sato, that's quite impossible. Oh, why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, when incidents occur, the Reaper always had a cast iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruto. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, this is the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. The bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection, and someone did die. It really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are facing Mr. Reaper again.
Poor Bruno. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky or incredibly unlikable.
I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. So, yeah, seems like this is all about racism. Well, first of all, the foul smell. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Well, most probably this, I would say. What the heck is that? What is... No, I just said that. My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. Oh. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Okay. Oh my. There's some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls in the London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented with what happens to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris?
At the ready, Hurley.
Okay, is that the first time she's put on her glasses or goggles? Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? It's turned completely black. What a foul odor it's giving off! Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. It appears that this cup is particularly fine. Was a particularly fine Darjeeling. Is that a type of tea? That's very ingenious. But what do you do with the black liquid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. Hence why this commitment test is merely a test, my dear Phantom. Right. The point is, we're entering a new era of science. In a word of criminal investigation also. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. Will someone get Emma in here? I regularly engages in scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consultant detective board. The Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. To think that forensic scientist was found by this doofus and was successful. This little tea incident was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science. I suppose I should find out more about that. Let's first talk about the Japanese. Let's first talk about racism. Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mrs. Sato and myself, I've felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeek seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it's an interesting observation.
Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? It was about 10 years ago that Barack Von Zieks chose to enter the legal profession.
Oh, we are gonna get into backstory.
However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan.
What?
No!
What the? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened?
I believe I made it clear before. I am able to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but... The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course. I don't doubt.
Well, it's basically the game is just saying to us, this is case 2. You're not supposed to know about this yet. Get on the program, you doofus.
For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe.
All right. Well, about Emma's work.
So your T-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. Next is two in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether the tea is of high or inferior quality. Excuse me.
I wonder if that was the same reason why they created that device that colors different types of blood.
Not a huge number of cases then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, are we dragging our heels there?
Okay, that's... Yeah, why are fingerprints recognized as evidence? That should be like #1 basis. Not like I'm complaining because I don't want our client's fingerprints to be on the murder weapon, for example.
I hadn't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in the field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I am reaching is skin prints.
What? Skin prints?
Nomenclature of my own design as this chemical agent that makes it possible.
Another freaking vial.
It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation.
Okay. Also, these vials, the colors of them, they remind me of, like, they're the exact colors of the vials that were in Mr. Sholmes' sack, the same sack that got shot by the bullet. Is that gonna be important which vial broke in that case? I feel like that's gonna be very important because these two games are definitely connected in some way. So why not bring back the plot point of case 5? That would be very interesting. Of course, that hasn't happened yet in where we are in the timeline, so I'll just leave that where it is. Also, I'm just now noticing that there's chess pieces on the shelf, and I wonder if that's referencing Edgeworth in a way.
Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes.
As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black.
I assure you, my dear fellows, you'll witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed.
Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues.
That's the spirit, Bruno. See you later.
Yes, until later.
No, Mrs. Sholmes, we were thinking you'd come with us.
You were?
Yes, of course. You just said so a moment ago. You said we witnessed your forensic talents in action.
Ah, yes. I do recall saying something along those lines. But you go on ahead.
I'll be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. That reminds me of that SpongeBob joke. Eventually. Your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival.
Bye-bye, Bruno. Bye, Susie.
Alright, let's get out of here. Let's start at the hospital bed. Oh, it's a rat! What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. What? Yes, I hear angry voices. Oh, we're in... Be not angry, alright, my lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot. You weren't looking at my painting. Oh, I thought she was gonna say. I thought she was gonna say something else. Wait, give me a second. The other man has not heard. The other man has not seen. Tras foul indeed the poison that mustache villain gave me. Forgive me, lady. I wish they had died from that poison. God have mercy, humble lady. But thou seest, I have vigor still. Behold my shame-spear dance. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Oh gosh. Oh no, this is the lawyer of the land went into the sun. Oh no. What are you doing here, Mr. Shakespeare? Why are you asking? Oh wait, I guess we're in Miss Green's room, so he has a legit question. Mary, I do believe I am returned unto another ward. It was looking, that's what he was doing. Look at my terrible work. Easton fella, so dark young lad. Faith that work in court this morning was on the phone. I do applaud thee. Oh well, thank you. Coming from the victim, that was. All right, you're welcome. What? That the mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? I don't. Excellent. What is this staff made of? So Shakespeare might technically be the victim here in this case. But there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Ah, Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh yes, don't worry about me. They're about to discharge me, so let's get ready for leave now. Oh, I see. Delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. I forgot what voice I gave her, so I'm gonna stick with this current voice I have. Rat! I've already examined everything in here. So let's just talk to her. So, are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am. Thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Oh yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no! I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I look back on this fondly, Oh, okay. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously busy. Is that all you have to say? What? What do we have over here? Oh, well, it's fallen. Is there a way we can actually get you to look at that painting? Or get. No, it doesn't look like there's anything here. Alright, well. I'm just gonna go back to Mr. Shakespeare's room. Oh, hi. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson.
What are you doing here?
Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually.
The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, and I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, I know the score.
Oh, yes, one other thing. This hole on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? With the T in it?
Yeah, we found it alright. And there's a small amount of tea in it, as you said.
I knew it.
It's with the identification section of the yard right now. They're looking into it. The result should be available later today.
That's wonderful news. Thank you.
For an impressive performance in court this morning.
Sorry?
Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here.
Okay, well, I don't have to look around much for him this time. But first, I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit.
Are you looking for new clues, Inspector?
Lord Vincent's orders, yeah. I'll come back, tell you I've got something for me, he says.
Oh dear, poor you.
Yeah, poor me. Cause he already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place. And I expect to be honest. Thank goodness for one chip he's alright to say.
Well, at least he's honest. Alright, well, let's talk to the elephant in the room. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there?
What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene?
Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes?
What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, what's a great detective? One is always under scrutiny, it seems. Isn't now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam.
Oh, he's got the goggles on. What's all this? What the heck?
Oh, this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruto. Herlock Sholmes' a sensational skin print seeker's gun.
Oh, he's got a gun!
Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim.
Sample from Mr. Shakespeare's cup.
Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. I sampled the secretions, so I need to produce this refined indicated solution. We're deliberately spraying the room with this chemical. Everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on.
Oh, they're blue instead of red.
There, now spray the chemical indicator all about it, and all will be revealed.
Spray? How do I do that exactly? A little press of the trigger on the area. interested in is all that's required. Like this. Ah, what is that stuff? It's like fog. The presence of a chemical indicator in a pressurized gas is the most effective, efficient way to cover a large area. There's another invention I discovered incidentally whilst I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on an unknown question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Alright, well. This is... Oh, it's not gonna... Fine, it's not gonna let me. Oh. It's a little clunky, honestly. Oh, here we go. What the? Look, there are dozens of handprints here. So there are. A great many indeed. So much so that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. It sends a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture. Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. Without wishing to state the obvious. You won't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Mr. Sato. It's been a mystery then. Alright, can I get anything? Okay, I can't get stuff on here. Let's see, what else? Well, of course, there's the brick. No. Oh, I can look around over here, I guess. No, I just have to look at, like, the most suspicious parts. What am I missing here? Oh, I was working for. It doesn't work half the time, which is weird. I'm just like mashing the X button now, moving around, mashing it. Yeah, it's like it's not working all the time. Oh, well, I've already checked that. What am I missing here? This candle? No? What? There's definitely, there should be something with that letter. Oh, here we go. Okay, how did I miss this spot? Oh, look at all this here. Oh yes, interesting. Multitude of victims' handprints. Why are so many of them fall in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here. It almost looks like like he can lift off the floorboard. There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over though, is there? Huh, I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like this. You can lift out that one particular floorboard. Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over the room, didn't we? We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. The handprints on the floor there. And on the wall by the picture, you mean? What's with the... I don't know what is with the one with the picture. Yes, I think the floorboard's close for investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mr. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruto. One of the floorboards has popped out. One of the... You mean it's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So what are you having here?
Oi! What are you lot doing?
Inspector Gregson.
Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate.
No need, Inspector. You can continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig around the floor here.
Your fancy tax putting me off the food anyway, Mr. Sholmes. I know better. This is exactly what I need.
Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not a hiding place you can make use of in Japan. I don't think I can lift a straw to teeny, Matt. No, I know. I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there too. Aren't you curious? Oh! I investigated once. Oh, behind the picture. Is that what we were talking about? There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Damn it! Only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think of why anyone would have touched the wall over and over in one place like that. Did you just take a picture? There you are. I print for you. Oh, you took the picture. Okay, thank you. Alright, thank you very much. This invention can make prints too. I'm gonna be right back. Just a real brief intermission. Alright, back. I told you that wouldn't be long. Now then, what if Inspector Gregson has found anything on the floor there? I'm desperate to know. So am I. And so am I. But next time on Great Ace Attorney. Oh, I'm spoiling you guys. Next time. That's a shorter stream. It's only an hour and a half. But I started late in this stream. And I kind of want these Ace Attorney streams to be like shorter because the games are longer in general. So I want them to last a little bit longer. So I'm fine with an hour and a half long stream. But next time on Ace Attorney, we find out what's under the floorboards. And we'll see you guys next time. Continue watching those VODs. Bye-bye.